think early on I understood that my love couldn't start and end with you.
That's sweet. I've never heard you say that.
Okay.
I can't mess about makeup, so don't say stupid things that make me cry. And this is Primo Supremo, and we are the Primo and Iman vlog. Today we are talking about parenting. It's an interesting topic because I had Ayo when I was 22, and now she's 6, and Bola came into our lives when she was 2, right?
Correct.
And it's been really interesting because I was a single mom, raised by a single mom, so I was very independent, wasn't used to having to ask people for permission or, decision making. It was all coming from me. Full disclosure, I have sole custody, which means that I have all legal rights to my child. And because of that, I'm pretty much free to make all the decisions.
I put my foot down.
He tries to. I think the toughest things for us was finding our way, and I think we're still finding our way. We're in a really good groove right now. But, when you have someone come in and they want to parent, you have to figure out, well, one, what does that mean, right? Like, you were raised a particular way, I was raised in a particular way, and both of our parenting styles were completely unique to our own life experiences and what we thought was right.
For us raising AL, we had to figure out how to combine the best of both of our experiences.
Yeah.
And pour them into her. I think we're doing well so far.
I think we are doing well. There were a few times that I was just like,
yeah, try
it. And I made the mistake of saying, don't do that, don't say this to my child or whatever. And it wasn't anything crazy. It'd be like, Ayo, go clean your room and read a book after. And I'm like, ain't nobody tell you can do that. And I had to learn that I was actually not being the best person I could be in this relationship by allowing him to find his voice, by allowing him to find his rhythm and his groove. And yeah, I think early on it was just tough, especially at the time, Ayo, when you moved in officially, it was 2 years ago now. So when you moved in, Ayo was like, I ain't used to no man telling me what to do. And she was a little spicy.
Oh my gosh,
you bumped heads. And we all bumped heads because we were trying to just create this family unit.
How old was she? 3?
I think she was 3, but you've been in her life since
but
1.
When I moved in, 3 going on 4.
Yeah, she was 3 going on 4.
Imagine beefing with a 3-year-old. We had legit beef.
Oh my gosh. What it really came down to was we had an understanding that we loved each other, and that because we loved each other, we had to extend that love into Ayo, into making sure her voice was heard. And so we allowed her to be a part of this process, I'd say. Because we're not always right, and we get that. Again, I had her so young. I always tell people I am growing with Ayo. We are growing up together. I am learning together. I always, check in with Ayo and say, is mommy doing a good job? Is there something I can do better? It's because I need to make sure that she understands that this is a safe space. Home is a safe space. And what I'm really happy about when it comes to Bola is that I felt like I chose a really amazing partner. When we got together, not only did he say that he loved me, he's very clear that he loved Ayo too. And we took baby steps, and he understood that I needed someone to just extend that respect to her. And I mean, guys, this dude, does all her homework with her. She has straight A's. Our baby, dealt with a speech delay where she wasn't talking until fully verbal until 3. till 3. And so from 3 to 6, she has made leaps and bounds and improvements. She is an over talker now and sometimes an oversharer. But you know, I just love the fact that we poured into her. I worked with her on affirmations. He worked with her on her homework every day. I mean, he even got extra packets, which I just thought with him being extra. Maybe that's the Nigerian in him, but just with the homework thing, I was like, bro, what are you doing?
You gotta get her ready.
Oh my God, to the point where she was like, she had already finished her packet like the first week that she had got out of school for summer school. And I was like, this is nuts. But seeing her now, she's confident, she's smart, she's poised. And I know that without his help, she wouldn't be as far along as she is. And I think we just take on different roles. And some of it was, all right, I'm gonna do this, you're gonna do this. And other times I think it was just, these are our strengths. So how was it coming into the situation in raising a kid that's not biologically yours?
I think early on I understood that my love couldn't start and end with you.
That's sweet, I've never heard you say that.
Okay.
I can't mess about makeup, so don't say stupid things that make me cry.
And so I always knew that Ayo was I always saw her as an extension of you. I couldn't just love part of you. I had to love all of you. So early on, I already knew, I had that in my mind, so it wasn't hard, you know, extending that love to Ayo. And then with moving in with you, it was some getting used to, but I think that, like I said, like I already knew that I loved you and that our love would continue to grow.
Yeah.
So.
And full disclosure, I mean, we had been dating over 2 years by that time before you moved in.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had already taken trips together. We had already, you know, spent the night together, overnights. Everything that we did was together. I mean, he's taken Ayo's first birthday photos. So this wasn't like an overnight thing. It was something very intentional. We know that the end game is marriage. The end game is to have another child in a few years. And we get that, but we're not rushing it. I mean, biologically, we got a few years till the eggs drop, but we're not rushing it. We understand. Are you really? Try it.
Go ahead.
So anyway, we know that right now, like, we're in a good place. I just want to let you know, like, you have been just such an amazing parent. You're patient. You teach me to be patient. I think there are things that I don't have, I guess, the capacity to do. Like, for instance, Ayo's in this stage where she loves everything rainbow, unicorns, and pink. I couldn't be further from that. This guy allows her to be her best self at all times in full tutus, you know, unicorn headbands, and everything in between. It drives me nuts. But he has taught me that, you know what, this is a child, and a child should express themselves as fully as they want. If it was up to me, she would always be dressed, not conservatively, just very done. And I get that that's just not her personality. And thank you for teaching me that.
Of course. And I would, you know, give that same advice to any man stepping into like a similar situation. So practice patience. Don't take everything personally, because you know, you're essentially
she definitely said she didn't like you.
You're essentially an outsider stepping in, so it's gonna take some getting used to. So, you know, just practice patience.
I love that. I think for me, to anyone stepping into a relationship with a person that has a child, I think it goes both ways. As a parent, if you have a person coming into your family, I think you really have to understand that this person comes with their own baggage. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that they were raised in a particular way. They have their own point of view. And if they're not parents, they have, and even if they are parents, they have, I guess, this idea of how things should be done. And so you need to listen to them and honor, you know, what they're saying, but it doesn't mean that it necessarily fits into what you're doing. And so you have to find your own love language. So we as lovers have our own love language, but as parents, I feel like we have a completely different set of things. I personally or we actually have implemented a thing where we ask each other, not for permission, but for input before we make final decisions. At the beginning, it was very much, well, Ayo's doing this, and we're doing this, and we've done this. And it was just like, hold up. If you want me to come into the situation and I'm gonna, be her father, I need us to make the decisions together. So there's not an appointment, a costume, sometimes even an outfit that I don't ask for his input. And it's not because you always get the final say. It's more so that we're not rocking the boat. We're doing things as partners. Would you say that that's helped?
Yeah. Like, each of our decisions won't always be 100% correct. So
no.
Just that extra, I guess, check-in.
Yeah,
helps.
It's just, I love you, and I want you to know, like, I respect you, and if you need this, or even if you don't need it, because not everything is that serious, but it's more so like we are putting communication first, and it's important to us to make sure that when it comes to Ayo, we're on the same page, we're a united front, because if she acts out of line at any time, we have to make sure that we are in agreement with what the next steps are, And luckily, we have a really amazing girl, and she doesn't really do much of anything except love on us and ask for an abundance of hugs and kisses. Yeah. But if you have any questions, make sure that you comment below, as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel, Primo X Iman. And we're looking forward to the next time. If there's anything you want to see, let us know.
Links to everything will be down below. So
awesome. Until next time, bye.